Hello, this is
Hello.
Jack and Marcy at Gelt Financial. Hopefully this thing is working, Marcy. I hope it. So we want to make this video really geared toward commercial mortgage brokers, but it could really be to residential brokers anyway.
It really can be to anything in life, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
yeah. The truth, I want to talk about marketing. You know, we put out a lot of videos on how to and educational videos geared toward commercial mortgage brokers. And I'm asked all the time, what about marketing? What about marketing? We need deals. So I want to focus a little bit on marketing, or I should say we want to focus a little bit on marketing. I'm going to gear it toward the commercial and investment side of it, but it's really toward everything. So look, marketing is everything in business. You could have the best product in the world, but if you're not good at marketing, you're going to die and you're going to starve and you're going to go out of business. So you need to be good at marketing. That's really critical. So within the mortgage business, I'm going to say there's really two ways to go about it. If you think of you're at a crossroads and there's two different streets or two paths. One is you can work the referral route. And the other is you could work the direct response route. And some people work both. So what do I mean by each? So a referral route would be you're not really spending money on advertising and marketing, but you're getting people to refer you business. So you could get realtors to refer you business. You could get accountants. You could get attorneys. Then you could specialize, even do more. You can get special realtor or specialized realtors who focus on commercial, or attorneys who just focus on bankruptcy or workout work, or other ways to refer you business. Now, with usually the referrals, it's a longer term investment. You have to prove your credibility to them. You know, if you go to a guy or a gal who, let's just say, is an attorney, Marcy's husband's an attorney, so I'm going to pick on him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, different. He doesn't really, different type of attorney. But if you go to an attorney, they may only see one deal a year, one deal every 6 years they could refer you to. And they're just not going to refer it to you just because you're a nice guy, or you have to prove.
Build a relationship.
You have to build a relationship and establish credibility.
Yeah.
That comes with time. That's a
so that's
long.
not instant gratification.
That's not instant gratification.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
Mm-hmm.
Good. That takes a long time to build, but they're very steady ways to do it. So how do you reinforce yourself with them? One, you could give them constant updates on what you're doing. You have to convince them that you really know what you're doing, that they're not going to be embarrassed by referring deals. Remember, when you're asking someone to refer someone to you, they're putting their name on the line. So they don't want to be embarrassed to refer someone to you. So you really have to know what you're doing. You know, it's constantly sending them newsletters and press releases. I'm not talking.
It's like kind of putting it in like a tickler system.
100%.
You know, like that's with anything in life. I mean, we all have different people that we contact when we need different services.
A CRM, we talked about this the other day.
So like if you just randomly, send an email, hello, give a call, update them.
Your communications need
to be in front of them.
In front of them, but they have to be professional.
Yeah.
I get a few emails like these CRM emails, and sometimes about like the weather or like BS like that. No one cares about that. That's just nonsense.
Yeah.
You have to hit them with information that they make money with.
Right.
What I would do is hit them with information that they need to make money. You have to provide value to them, and you have to figure that out. But some good ones are realtors, CPAs,
Yes.
workout attorneys, bankruptcy attorneys. Other lenders are a great one. You know, local banks, if you're focusing on non-bank stuff, go after other banks to refer you deals.
Right, deals that they cannot do.
Yeah.
And they would be open to hear if you could help them. Because
That's correct.
Taking it off their books.
Now, coincidentally, Marcy and I literally, about an hour ago, we were working on a bankruptcy loan referral. I don't want to go too much into it, but I've known this attorney for, I'm guessing, 10 years, 15 years. And I've stayed in front of him. I've proven myself to be an industry leader to him. And he doesn't refer me a lot because but maybe he'll refer me one every year. But I have a lot of attorneys like that. So it's a long process. But again, you're not outlaying money. And there's a whole science on how to get those referrals. But that's one way. Right. Another way is the more of an instant gratification, the direct marketing. And that's where you're usually paying to get leads. That could be Facebook ads, Google pay-per-click, LinkedIn ads. A great one is foreclosure lists, judgment. People who have judgments against them.
Died, like if you wanted to advertise in there.
Yeah, this is more toward brokers.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. We advertise. So
Yeah.
a perfect example
Yeah.
is we advertise in Scotsman's Guide,
Mhm.
and brokers call us. But it's where you're paying. And the beauty of today's world is when you go on digital, first of all, it doesn't take a lot. You can YouTube how to put up a Facebook ad in 15 minutes, you learn, and you spend a couple bucks and you get instant response. A lot of the leads are junk, but it's 1 in 50 or 1 in 100 or 1 in 25.
But again, it's putting your
putting
information in
putting
front
your
of
name
people.
out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you have to hit the potential borrowers from 3 or 4 ways. So it's not they see you once, they have to see you over and over and over again. But that's another way to do it. And that's something you can get started with very easily, instantly, to get the referral business. Self-understood, you're outlaying money with this. With the referrals, you're outlaying your time and not big money, small money. With the
But, and also like Jack, with the online presence for the brokers, I would also suggest do a lot of research on what keywords gets more following for you. And, again, the keywords that you're putting out there are the type of business that you want to attract.
We've talked,
So-
very good point. We've talked about specialty before. Now we
Yeah.
work with a lot of brokers, like some of them specializes in gas stations,
Stations.
hospitality,
right.
or
They're very
foreclosure.
specific, a lot of them.
So when you pick a specialty, you can laser focus on it, and which we talked about the need for laser focus
Right.
before.
It's actually extremely important. I think that's really like the main point in your marketing, to decide what product you want to market for, because you can't be everything to everyone. And this way, if you focus on that, if you just want to do mobile home parks, or you want to do strip shopping centers, and you want to do apartment complexes, or you want to do fix and flips, you're going to get actually more attention, because if you use those keywords when you are marketing, those are the referrals that hopefully you'll get, or the contacts you'll make, versus just being a random, like, overall broker. There's so many out there. You have to separate yourself from other brokers
And you'll become an expert in that
in
field.
that field.
So
Exactly.
give you an example, the difference between, I'm just going to pick just a gas station or hospitality or a mobile home park. They're very different, but if you become an expert in or an SBA loan, if you become an expert in a gas station, you'll be able to know certain things that other people won't know instantly. And you'll impress people. It's not impress them, you just get to know it.
Like if it has 4 pumps or 6
What's
pumps,
the value of
what's
it?
the value? Those pumps have a value.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. She's not allowed to listen. She's an expert in gas stations. She can look at a gas station,
And I can tell you right away
what it's worth, because we know based on the pumps and
We know,
based on this.
and how much fuel gets
Fuel-
used in the
so
sales and the little
Yes.
grocery store. We can tell the value. We
So-
know.
Yeah, just because you do it every day, you look at 10 gas stations a day, you get to learn. That's just
Right.
one example, but that's a good point. It's much easier to market if you focus on things. The same way, if you could focus on credit. There's certain mortgage brokers who just focus on good credit. Nothing wrong with
Focus
that.
on bad credit.
Yeah, or if you focus on people who can't go to a bank, that's what we do.
Right.
That's your specialty. So you'll learn that. So again, focus in as much as you can, and you'll be laser beam focused, and you can really, really hit the nail on the head much easier. And because in today's world, we're not operating in locations. When I started, we started in Philadelphia, and all the loans were in Philadelphia. But today, and that worked well for us, but today we're pretty much, everyone is almost a national player.
Because we all work from our computers now. So that's why it's really important to have as much information. Like I always point this out, and we talk about this all the time, that broker, when you have set up your emails, in your signature line, you must have all your contact information, your phone number, your email, your website. If you do videos or you have a LinkedIn, whatever the case may be, a Facebook, put the information there, because people are lazy. They want access to
It's not
everything.
they're lazy. If I get an email,
It's
I don't
more
want
of
to
it's like
search.
in front of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and think about it. If they're calling you, they're calling somebody
Because-
else.
Right. If they can't figure out how to get to you instant, like at that moment, they're going to move along. So, to market yourself, you have to be very accessible.
And again, you have to give them value. That value could be in your expert services, on being creative,
Right.
on knowing what to do, but you know, you have to add value to it, you know.
And like what Jack, when I hear you say add value, what I take from that is that you can't just be a mortgage broker. You have to have something about you that's going to make them pick you.
You
So
have to
your
be the
knowledge.
best. Yeah, be the best mortgage broker
Yeah.
in what you do. If you're focusing on gas stations or focusing on residential or focusing on fix and flip, be the best and learn it inside out.
Because you're going to get more business.
You're going to get
then
messages.
then you're going to get referrals even from your borrowers.
So again, the two marketing paths are direct and or paid. You can go each path. One's you have to have a cash outlay, but you'll get more instantaneous responses. But you got to go through sometimes 100 deals to get one. That's just the reality. And the other, you get more quality leads, but it takes longer to get.
Yeah.
So how we do? I think we
I think it's good. I mean, the bottom line is you do have to market yourself. You're not going to just sit at your computer and things come your way. You got to find them.
And think about where you market. You know, I see people, you know, I was talking to someone the other day and he was telling me that he did some marketing. He was I don't say bragging. He was telling me he was excited that he did some marketing. I said, what'd you do? And he said he sponsored some little league. And he says, well, people in his town will know the name. And he was a mortgage broker. And right away, I thought, you know, people at the Little League, are they really his?
They're not his people.
They're not his people. Honestly, I thought this was a total waste of money.
Yeah.
No offense. I don't want to get.
It's a nice donation.
It's a very nice, but it's a donation.
Right.
It's a donation, but it's not marketing.
Yeah.
So marketing would be, for example, if you bought a list of people who are in foreclosure or has Liz pending suits against you or have judgments against you. Imagine if you bought a list
focusing on a particular group.
That's right. Imagine if you bought a list of everyone in a certain location. Let me check my phone call. I'm sorry, whoever this is. If you bought a list of everyone who has a judgment of above, let's say 250,000 against you in a city, and you contacted them by not one mail, you have to contact 2 or 3 mails and maybe a telemarketing campaign. That's a targeted marketing piece because you know if a person has a judgment against them or a company, public record, they need financing and they need your capital. There's some distress there, but to sponsor a little league. Again, I get it. He wanted everyone to come up and pat his back. Oh, thank you. It was a donation. You said it right. It was a donation, not marketing. But the bottom line is, okay, choose your marketing path. As Marcy said, hone in and focus on it. And remember, don't look at marketing as an expense. It's an investment. So
it's an investment in yourself.
And keep statistics. Know how much you spend to get a deal. So at the end of a year, you should know that you outlaid X dollars, $100,000, and you got 20 deals from marketing. You say, okay, I spent $100,000. I got 20. I closed 20 deals. It cost me $5,000 a deal. Well, I made $15,000 a deal. I had a $10,000, $10,000 profit. That's just an example. But really hone in on it and master it. Okay, I think we gave him a good basis.
Yeah, and I just want to say one more thing. I do find when I speak to brokers, and it's very important that when you're speaking to your borrowers, listen to their whole story and like really listen, because people can tell if you're listening, and if you're not, they're going to go somewhere else.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Wasn't listening.
It's important. I mean, everyone knows that when they call, any broker that calls me, I talk to them. I hear every detail that they want to tell me on a deal, and I try to help them. And I make suggestions to them, you know, well, maybe you can do it this way, or maybe you can do it that way, because all deals are puzzles. So you have to put them all the pieces together. And it starts off with the broker.
I think that was a subliminal message to me that I need to sharpen up my listening skills. That's what I'm hearing is. So remember, we focus on commercial real estate and investment financing, non-bank. So if you have perfect credit,
you're not coming to us
unless you need to close quick.
Yeah,
we do deals all the time within a couple days a week. We just sent a term sheet out today. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah,
Wednesday. We're going to close it next Tuesday. Yeah,
next Wednesday or Tuesday.
I don't know. Either way, either whatever it is.
But we have title.
But
we constantly the full package. I can get your loan closed.
Yeah, so our niche in the marketplace is we can close extremely quick. You're always going to speak to a decision maker. we're doing deals between 50,000 and 3 million. We deal in 40, I think 42 or 43 states. We have a very defined niche. So if you're coming to me, some people say, oh, do you do construction loans? Do you do international? No, we know what we do. We stay in our zone and we close a lot of loans because
We're laser focused.
check us out at geltfinancial.com. Like our YouTube, subscribe to it. We get a lot of good positive feedback, and leave us your comments and questions. We'll answer them. Take care and have a super wonderful day. Take care.